Week 7. Can you believe that? Another week, and you are completed with this summer school class. I hope you found it very profitable and practical. You will be receiving uh, evaluation forms. Uh, Maybe you already have them, but you will receive them soon if you haven't. And your input is very valuable. Remember, 1 means lousy and 5 means good. Your input about the content of the course and its organization and those things are all very, very important to my supervisors, as well as my process of leading you through the study. Anyway, for our content this week, it's kind of short and sweet. Branson and Martinez, chapters 6 to 8, and the exegesis part 2 by Kessler, the video. And you find it also very valuable. Again, the congregational interview, you need to have that done by Friday night so that you can participate in the discussion as you discuss what questions were easier or harder for your pastor and congregation to answer. Remember, it's 4 to 7 people at one setting as one group, not a telephone, 4 to 7 people, not an email, but rather a face-to-face process. I trust nobody is messed up by the COVID-19 lockdowns. So if you have a problem with that, contact me and we'll work out a positive solution for you. I encourage you again to give the questions to your interviewees ahead of time. I also encourage you to invite more than 7 people. You know, some people just repeatedly bail out at the last minute. So you want to be sure that you have your 4 to 7 and have the input from all of those. 60 minutes is the minimum amount of time. With our phones, we can turn the phone on and record it so that we have it where we can go back and enter the data that we want from the interviews so that it's easy to complete a paper. You need to have this done by Friday night so that you can participate in the discussion boards, because the discussion boards are quite interesting for us to think about. The second one is, which questions were easiest for the pastor and the congregation to answer? And the second one, which ones were harder? And the third one, which made them most uncomfortable? And why do you think that is? Now, the first discussion board is, from what you have learned so far about your congregation, discuss the angle, the vision that your pastor and your leaders have for the congregation in comparison and contrast to the vision of the 4 to 7 congregants that you interviewed. So that's both of them pretty interesting discussion boards. So as we move forward, remember the question about unwritten rules. That's a fun question for me, because the longer we've been in a church, the more difficult it is for us to recognize that we have unwritten rules. Probably somebody in your group will say we don't have any. But what doesn't the new visitor not know about your unwritten rules? Let's be ridiculous. Can I smoke during church? Well, we know that wouldn't be real. But can a preschooler take communion? Can I wear my cap during worship? Can I talk on my phone? Now, some of those things we'd say, oh, obviously not. But if I have not been in church for 25, 50, or as a man in his 50s told me once, I can count on one hand the number of times I've ever been to a church, and that includes weddings and funerals. He doesn't know anything about church. So we need to be sensitive to that. God bless you as you do this interview. I hope it's going to be as interesting to you as your pastor interview was. It's very enlightening. God bless you.